Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today, taking a look at the month of July for Aquarius. So wherever you happen to have Aquarius in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on an Aquarius, hello and welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. You know, we're finding out what excitement awaits you this month of July. What is about to pop off for you here. So please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and you know, that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when you believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes. So, you know, that can affect my memory. I can struggle to find my words or get them out. You know, I do get tongue-tied. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling a bit challenging, especially when it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands, because when that happens, I drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I have to bring the cards a little closer to my face so that I can see them properly. So just bear with me, you guys. You know, the messages get out the way that they are meant to eventually, right? Okay. Aquarius, you are getting a bonus in this month's reading. Thank you so much for running the numbers up on last month's reading. If you would like a chance at a bonus in your next month's reading, make sure you run them numbers up on this reading. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below. You know, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, which I would absolutely love. I love being able to connect with you guys one-on-one. So make sure you check that description box down below. You may hear some background noise. I do have my fan going. It is insanely hot here, so the fan is the only thing I have to keep me cool, so I'm gonna use it. I did start your reading, so I do already have your tarot cards and everything, but my camera quit recording on me, so starting over, take two. So before we get to tarot, we are going to get a direction message from the spirit board. So north, south, east, or west. All right, Spirit, Aquarius, July 2025, a direction message. All right, you have south. So south signifies the element of fire and illustrates the power of action. It denotes the active doing realm. So, you know, your bases are covered as long as you are in tune with your star player and you're listening to your intuition. You're going to know how, why, what, when, where, when it comes to taking action, you guys. So to locate south energy, you should look for it in flame, lightning, and electricity. It can be as simple as turning on the light, you guys. To heal yourself through this energy, do it through exercise, positive behavior, and good life structuring habits. So, you know, your own inner fire. When you work out, you guys, you feel that burn, you know, that connects you to your own inner fire, and it can be, you know, a little easier to connect and see where you're at, right? All right, what you think is going to happen is being represented by this Three of Pentacles. So threes are the power of three separate forces coming together and working as one. You know, we can see it in religion like Father, Son, Holy Ghost. So the Three of Pentacles signifies completion of a short-term goal. So you're working on something, right? It's a reminder to see the bigger picture. Keep your mind on that bigger picture at all times. So with careful planning, determination, persistence, and hard work, your dreams can be achieved. So it's important to hone your skills. You know, we see two people and a bird here working together, and they're each doing their part. They are honing their skills, you guys, and they're not, you know, getting in the other person's way, or like, let me show you how to do this. You know, it's nothing like that. You know, they're staying in their own lane. So, you know, stick to a plan and possibly team up with others in order to reach prosperity. So the man and woman depicted in this card, they begin to build their garden. This is their oasis, their Garden of Eden, if you will. So the woman is tending to a young plant. You know, she's nurturing here, you guys, while the man builds a fountain out of a slab of stone. You know, he is building, you know, he's taking on like that leadership, you know, building the strong, steady foundation. And the little bird holding a seed in its beak is a symbol of the beginnings of great things to come. Now, on the flip side, it can represent someone who refuses to take the steps and obtain the knowledge needed to master a skill. So, you know, don't be a stubborn jackass, right? Basically. And, you know, you're trying to master your skills, so it takes time, you know. And it can also signify someone who is no longer challenged by what they do and is therefore plagued by boredom and disinterest. So, you know, maybe you mastered it and it's like, next please, you know, this ain't even scratching the surface of you know, keeping me entertained here. So what's actually gonna happen is this Eight of Wands. So Pentacles is earth. Earth is the power of the physical body. It's being present in your life, being present in the moment, being present for the people around you. Whereas Wands is that fire energy, the power of taking action. And these Eight of Wands, boy, is that action, you guys. So, you know, it involves quick, decisive action, receiving a message, finishing a project. You know, you have that with the Three of Pentacles as well, or reaching a goal. These 8 unicorns, and unicorns are a symbol of intuition, you guys. So they are stampeding down this mountainside here. They are swift and powerful as they head toward the valley below, allowing nothing or anyone, anything to get in their way, break their strides, slow them down. I mean, you could try, but you're just gonna get ran over. So 8s are also about recognizing our limitations and either moving past them or staying within their bounds. So like, get in your lane, get in where you fit in, you guys, and keep moving forward. You also have the King of Wands showing up here. This is your overall energy for the month of July. So fix your crown. You know, this king is highly creative. He's ambitious. He's inspiring. He's bold, and he's charismatic. You know, he's strong, assertive, and a force to be reckoned with. So kind of like the man over here, you know, this is definitely a leadership role. You know, this is that strong, steady foundation, and the King of Wands knows like exactly how, when, where, what, why, you know, when it comes to taking action. So he's a true leader here, you guys, and his power comes from his energy, enthusiasm, and vision. So the king's companions here are a dragon and a lion, and oh, the dragon is wrapped around him. I was like, I don't see no dragon glaucoma vision here. So they are both symbols of fire and strength. He possesses a crystal ball down here, a symbol of inspiration and vision. You know, so when that dragon is in the air, that's his eyes in the sky, you guys. So he is so charming and magnetic that he often sweeps people off their feet. So, you know, kind of like if you play Sims, a Don Lothario or a Don Juan, right? Unfortunately, as with his interest, he is fickle in love, and as soon as the fires of his passion die down, he is on to the next great thing. So, you know, it did say, you know, something kind of along those same lines there with that Three of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, you get bored. You no longer, you're like, next, please. I would like my next course, my next thing on the horizon here. And last of all, what you should avoid is this Eight of Cups. So cups is water. Water is the power of the emotions. You have two eights here, so you may want to look at the angel number 88. It may have a message for you here. So what you want to avoid is an intense fear of change and of letting go of the past, even if the past is destructive. You know, sometimes we hang on to things or people, places way longer than we should. It can also indicate a fear of commitment and intimacy. You know, the King of Wands kind of tapped on that a little bit as well. So Eight of Cups represents sadness and abandoning the old in search of a deeper meaning, solitude, and change. Weary with the way things have been, one is urged to leave part of the past behind in search of something more fulfilling. This is a card of transition. The figure portrayed in the card, you see she's emerging from the water here, and she's doing so cautiously with a bit of sadness and reluctance. You know, this is everything she's always known that she is leaving behind, because she wants better. She wants to move away from this sadness and regret and guilt also coming up here. So maybe you're dealing with that a little bit as well. So don't let fear, doubt, worry, negativity get in your way, rob you, you know, of your happily ever after, however it looks for you. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on in the love department for you this month of July. Now, this can include yourself. It can include family, friends, significant other, literally anywhere that you have love. So if you're like, hey Gigi, I really love my job, I really love my hobbies, then guess what? Those are included as well. So all right, ooh, we got broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. So you know, maybe that's part of what you're coming out from under, you guys, is, you know, there was a broken promise is what Spirit is giving me here. So whether someone was unfaithful or, you know, things just didn't work out, you know, that's how it is sometimes. We have the yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. So you know, maybe that's part of that thing. You know, maybe you've gotten to a place where in the relationship it wasn't fulfilling anymore. You know, you're bored, you want something new, right? We also have the flute. disappointment in a friend or lover. Like I said, you know, maybe someone was unfaithful, or, you know, maybe they were putting you down and you're like, you know what, I'm just not gonna take it anymore. We also have the scissors for disappointment in some affairs. So, you know, cut it on out of there, you guys. You know, you got to do what you got to do. We have the mice, discord among friends or family. You know, I feel like maybe you feel like you're not being understood or seen or heard or valued. We have the bull, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude, that 8 of Wands energy there. When the bull comes out, I do feel Taurus energy, so you could have Taurus in your birth chart somewhere. You could be dealing with someone that is a Taurus or has Taurus in their birth chart somewhere. It's like two stubborn people coming together and butting heads is what Spirit is saying here. And, you know, it's better to part ways before things get any worse. We do have heart for love, deep affection, and caring. So, you know, I feel like once you come out from under all of this, you know, chaotic, hurtful energy, you know, you'll realize, you know, you do deserve that love. You do deserve that deep affection and caring. We also have fire. Oh goodness, that was your element. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. So, you know, maybe in the beginning you guys were on fire for each other, you know, in a way like all consuming. And I'm starting to hear that there's two different versions. There's Alison Krauss, and there's, oh God, Shenandoah that sing I'm Just a Ghost in This House. If you've never heard that song, give it a listen. Like, I feel like that explains this situation. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finance for you this month of July, Aquarius. I'm always like, hey, yo, give me $1 million. You know, like, how nice would it be if you woke up tomorrow and there's just $1 million sitting in your account? So I'd be like, huh, I manifested that. Give me. All right, let's see what we have here. We have the ink pot, problems to be resolved. So you can see the ink has tipped over and spilled over. So problems, you know, sometimes it gets messy, you guys, but it's nothing that can't be cleaned up. Slow down. You have the ladder, climbing toward success. So, you know, even though problems come up, you guys, you know, you handle them, you take care of it, and you're still climbing. You have the ant, work, achievement, and success. You know, I'm kind of feeling that with that 3 of Pentacles, you know, that hardworking, industrious, you know, ants work together, you guys, for the greatest good of their colony, and they can carry things that greatly outweigh them. So, you know, you're stronger than you think or you know sometimes. But hey, you have it in the bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. So, you know, you're climbing that ladder, you guys. You have the wishbone, a wish is granted. So, you know, maybe you've been wishing for your finances to improve here. And you have the tower, solid foundation, success with effort. So I know in tarot the tower comes up and people are like, oh no, not the tower. But you know, here it's that solid foundation, it's success with effort. You know, you're building your kingdom. So take your time, slow down, because you want that strong, steady foundation that you can continue to build upon, you guys, and that takes time. All right, let's see what's going on in life for you this month of July, Aquarius. You know, life do be lifing a little too hard sometimes. You know, your girl here is like, hey, yo, life, why don't you pump your brakes, use some Vaseline? And life's like, nah, bro, you can handle it. And I'm like, Just because I can, don't mean I want to. So you have the funnel, a period of frustration, lessons to be learned. So, wow, you're really going through it this month of July. Maybe you have been going through it for a little while and things are just like, man, okay, you know, I need to get out of the situation before it gets any worse, you know, and I'm the only one that can remove myself. But, you know, there's lessons that you are learning during this time. You have the rat, someone working against you behind your back. So, you know, you had the mice over here as well, discord among friends or family. So, you know, you got these mice, you got this dirty rat here, and, you know, as long as we're alive, we're going to have forces working for us and forces working against us. I choose to focus on the ones that are working for me, for my highest and greatest good. You have the sun for happiness and well-being. You know, in Tarot, the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So happiness is a choice, you guys. So you have to keep choosing it over and over and over again. We have the cane for pay attention to your health. So right away I am getting mental health and heart, you guys. So you know, maybe you know there's something going on with your heart. Maybe they're about to start running tests, or you know, maybe you've just been feeling like, man, sometimes it just doesn't feel right in my heart, you know. So you mention it to your doctor. But you know, your mental health can really affect your overall health. When we're struggling in any area of our body, you know, it can bring down everything else if we don't get help or we don't, you know, take care of it, right? We have the dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. I feel like they're sending you so much extra love, light, and positive energy. You have the dog, protection from a powerful friend, and it could be the same friend from far away, you know, that's thinking about you. You fall under the umbrella of their protection. And you know, especially if you are, which it looks like you're really going through a rough spot here, Aquarius. And so, you know, you need all the love and support you can get. Look, you have happiness coming out again here to remind you that it is a choice. You have birds there. Birds are messengers. So, you know, happy news coming in. You have the bat. Take care. Enemies are working against you. So, you know, I feel like these are people, you know, they loved you and cared for you, and then all of a sudden they flip the script and they hate you and they're trying to destroy your reputation. But no weapon formed against me shall ever prosper in any way, shape, or form. I am blessed and protected from any and all harm. So, all right, let's get a message from the moon for you. You know, the moon is all about changes in our lives. So, you know, the moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get a message from Mama Moon here for Aquarius for this month of July. Let's see what you need to know here, Aquarius. All right, we have new moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. Yes, you guys, all is well. All has always been well. All will always be well. So Virgo is an earth sign. So let's see what else. You have full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. So, you know, let that inspiration really fuel this action. So Virgo is speaking to you loud. Maybe you have moon in Virgo, or maybe you have some strong Virgo placements in your birth chart, and it's totally okay if you don't know, you guys. So new moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. This is an especially good sign for matters related to a job or health situation. So you know, good times in your work and your health, you know, are up ahead, you guys. Go out of your way to help someone. Helping boosts karma. Be reliable. Don't overthink things. Be modest. Your manifestation affirmation. I help others and others help me. Ooh, yes, one more time. I help others and others help me. All right, full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. So find a balance between dreaming big and being practical. It's important to believe in our dreams, but we also need to take practical steps towards them. The energy of this card will help you to connect with that reality. So your manifestation affirmation. I forgive myself for everything. I am doing my best. Yes, one more time. I forgive myself for everything. I am doing my best. Know that you are doing all that you can, you guys. So, all right, let's get a star seeds message for you for this month of July, Aquarius. Let's see what else you need to know here. All right, we have Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. You know, our whole lives are about, you know, maintaining that balance, keeping that harmony. So someone is a messenger here. You know, you're waiting for this message, you're waiting for this good news, you guys. So keep being yourself, you guys. You know, the truth will come out. So, you know, people trying to paint you in a bad light here when maybe they're the ones that have really been acting out, you know, God don't like ugly. All right, let's get a Star Seeds mini deck here for you for this month of July here, Aquarius. Let's see what else you need to know here. That one flipped over. So stillness has come out first here. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. You know, sometimes we just have to be still and, you know, meditate and pray over things. We have surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Be present. Be still. Know that everything is going to be okay. We have release. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. You're being released too. You're going to gain your freedom and, you know, get back to the basics. Get back to the things that make you happy. No limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. No limitations. You know, the sky is only the limit if you make it so. All right, let's get some fairy dust messages here for you for this month of July, Aquarius. Let's see what else you need to know here. So, a couple of them here. So we have backpack. Get your compass, adventure is yours, get out of the city and enjoy the outdoors. You know, solitude, you know, maybe you need that so you can have peace. All right, friends and family and those who care, peace is yours today to share. Ooh, I like that. All right, let's get your bonus. Your bonus is coming from the Oracle of Destiny. So what else does Aquarius need to know here? Spirit, let's see what comes out for you. All right, well, you're getting two. You have concerns, it looks like here. Ooh, that dagger is going through that palm there. And destiny couple. So, okay, you know, maybe the person you've been with, you're realizing was not actually your soulmate, your happily ever after, right? Okay, so the first card is concerns. So let me find that. I like reading from the book on this one. It's one that I haven't used a whole lot. So let's see, concerns. All right, aspect of the hand is that little spot right there, kind of where that dagger is going through. So you are not your problems. You are not even your traumas. Try to take better care of your energy. It is not unlimited, and there is no need to be hyper vigilant all the time. Dedicate yourself to listening more deeply. Worries are not thoughts. So, you know, being more aware of your thoughts, you guys. So, destiny couple. So these are the aspects of the hand there. So the line of destiny crosses the palm vertically from the wrist. It concerns what is given, representing the talents we possess from birth and the risk associated with our temperament. When it is present on both hands, it indicates a great balance between past and future, between potential and implementation. We are fully realizing what we have received as a gift. A tightrope walker challenges themselves by walking on ropes over ravines, skyscrapers, high rises, and rooftops. Likewise, you walk through life with the balancing pole in your hand, balancing your desires and the fulfillment of your potential. Fear not, and you will not fall. So do not give into that fear, doubt, worry, negative emotions, negative thoughts, you guys, you know. And you know what? If you do fall, most likely you got a safety net, and you know, because you fall under the umbrella of people's protection. They're there to catch you if you fall. So you're never truly as alone as you may feel or think sometimes, you know. Really check in with your mental and emotional health this month, you guys. So because you have been hit hard here, you know, no doubt about it. So don't be paranoid, Spirit is saying as well. So, all right, Aquarius, these are your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button down there. Hit it with the razzle dazzle, especially if you would like a bonus in your next month's reading. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with you guys. You know, it does bring a lot of joy into my life. You are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So I hope you have an amazing month of July. I know things are looking a little rough, but you know, it won't always be this way, you guys. You know, things are being put into motion for your highest and greatest good. So once it's set in motion, boy, it really picks up steam, and you know, you get back to where you're meant to be, get back to feeling like yourself again, even, right? So you know, it can't rain all the time, you guys. So but without the rain, we wouldn't have the rainbows. We wouldn't have, you know, our plants growing. You know, you're building your garden, and you know, the person will come along. You know, your destiny, the one that you're meant to be with, will come along, and they will do their part to help you establish your own Garden of Eden there. So it's gonna be okay, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. So let go of the outcome, you guys, and when you do that, you free yourself. You know, make sure you're speaking positively about yourself, about other people, about situations, and especially about the future, because it is not yet written in stone. You can create whatever you want, so you might as well paint a masterpiece for yourself. Know that you are worthy and deserving of your happily ever after. So Come on, get excited about your life, excited about where you're going, excited about the people that are coming in, and anything or anyone that wants to fall away, let it go, let it go, let it go. like Elsa from Frozen, right? All right, you guys, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, and I want to say thank you, blessed be, namaste, and goodbye.